Welcome to the next video of the fifth section, adding and removing items from a playlist. In the previous video, we've learned how to decide the data structure and created the player class. In this video, we'll learn how to add and remove items from a playlist. Let's write some code for a feature that allows us to add and remove items from a playlist. To be more specific, we will write the code for a function for the four buttons marked like this. The four buttons from left to right perform these functions. The first button from the left adds individual audio files to a playlist. The second button deletes all the selected items from the playlist. The third button scans a directory for audio files and adds all the found audio files to the playlist. The last button empties the playlist. Since adding these features requires us to interact with the listbox widget of tkinter, let's spend some time getting to know the listbox widget. Create a listbox widget like we'd create any other widget. When you initially create a listbox widget, it is empty. To insert one or more lines of text audio into the listbox, use the insert method, which takes two arguments, namely an index of the position where the text needs to be inserted and the actual string that needs to be inserted. The curSelection method returns the index of all the items selected in the list, and the get method returns the list item for a given index. The curSelection method returns the index of all the items selected in the list, and the get method returns the list item for a given index. In addition to this, the listbox widget has several other configurable options. For a complete listbox widget reference, type the following into the Python interactive shell. Now that we know how to add and remove items from the listbox widget, let's code these functions into the player. Let's begin by modifying the command callback attached to the four buttons. All that these four methods do is call four other methods to do the actual task of adding or removing items to the playlist. All the methods will update the play_list items at these two places. In the visible listbox widget, in the backend data structure playlist maintained by the model class, let's define the four new methods. Adding a single audio file. Adding a file involves asking for the location using the tkinter file dialog and updating the front end and back end. Removing the selected files from a playlist. Since the listbox allows for multiple selections, we iterate through all the selected items, removing them from the front-end listbox widget, as well as from the model play_list. Note that we reverse the tuple before removing items from the playlist because we want to start removing items from the end, as a removal causes a change in the index of playlist items. If we do not remove items from the end, we may end up removing the wrong items from the list as its index gets modified in each iteration. Since we have defined this method here, let's add it as a command callback to the right-click Delete menu. Adding all files from a directory. The following code uses the os.walk method to recursively walk through all the files looking for the .wav and mp3 files. Emptying the playlist. The code for emptying the playlist is here. This completes our third iteration. In this iteration, we saw how to work with the listbox widget. In particular, we saw how to add items to the listbox widget, select a particular item from the listbox widget, and delete one or more items from it. You now have a playlist where you can add and delete items using the four buttons at the bottom left corner of the audio player. Awesome! In this video, we've successfully learned how to add and remove items from a playlist. In the next video, we'll see how to play audio and add audio controls.